I'm Yaz.
And I'm Keen.
Have you seen all the bloody horrendous shit with the Southport
Oh, yeah. So, but give a synopsis so I don't butcher the story then.
A 17-year-old male from Lancashire, and originally from Cardiff, but now Lancashire, went into a dance school where there was some kids doing I think it was like a Taylor Swift themed dance rehearsal or something, and he stabbed loads of them. I can't remember the number, but 3 little girls have died, and I know there's 2 adults in hospital and quite a few other kids, but I can't remember how many other kids. I want to say about 6, but don't quote me on that because I could have remembered wrong. But yeah, pretty horrendous. But the issue is, so with media law, journalists can't say who the attacker is because he's under 18, so he's still a child himself, because by law he's protected by anonymity under the Children and Young People's Act, unless a judge makes an exception.
But the thing is, though, by keeping it under wraps of the identity, a lot of people do make assumptions and things like that, and that's what's happened recently, hasn't it?
Yeah, so because of social media, you got people like Tommy Robinson, who, by the way, can I just say, fled the country on Sunday night because he was due in court on Monday for breaching, for contempt of court.
Oh, isn't that when you, isn't that when you get other people involved with the case and it can mess
No. Well, yes, that can be a form of contempt of court, but that isn't what Tommy Robinson did. So there were some really bad paedophiles, and they were Muslim. Where were they from? Is it Rochdale? Or I can't think.
They were Muslim. Should we put that in brackets?
Yeah. They weren't actual Muslims.
Good Muslims.
No, they basically they were getting teenage girls drunk and getting them to sleep with men, dirty old men. And they'd say, "Oh, get your mates involved," and then the mates would recruit each other, which is a fucked up thing. Because one girl, who I think she was 16, actually ended up going to prison as a pimp, but a female
TV
version.
Show
yes,
on
they
it.
did.
Yeah, and it was all those girls. I remember there was one messed up scene that I saw because none of them had pushed anything forward because they're scared of what would happen and sort of thing.
So
and I remember one scene, they were all waiting inside this house and they were all freaking out. And then one of them rang up the boyfriend, should put in quotation marks, because one of the guys was getting skits outside the house, and then he came in, and then he put them in all in a car and then put them back in that situation again. There was nothing he could do about it. And like that, I saw that TV show and it was messed up. And it's because it's like, to label them as like Muslim, even if that's the category they fall in, you can't say they're Muslim if that's what they are.
Yeah,
that's like saying like, oh, well, you could but then you could also say that about the priests and stuff like that. It's like, oh, well, are the priests, Catholic priests, are they Catholic after committing that act? And I don't think I don't think you can say that unless you're considering yourself a martyr. Like, oh, I'm going to go to hell for the betterment of other people. But how can that be the betterment of other people when more people have suffered?
That's it,
It doesn't make sense.
That's it. And, when I do court reporting, you don't say a white Christian male. You just say a white male. You wouldn't specify the religion, but for some reason, when someone follows the Islamic faith, people are always, they're so quick to point out, oh, it was a Muslim, or oh, it's Islam, oh, we've got Sharia law in this country, and it's like, are you mental? We've got Sharia law in this country.
Yeah.
Have you seen the teenage girls who go out these days? We've got Sharia law in this country, have we? Well, you better fucking get a dictionary out and look at what it is, because
no one's having any hands chopped off yet.
Yeah, we're far from it.
Yeah.
Ridiculous.
It is ridiculous, but I think the label should be taken out. I think there should be some new structure with how things are described or categorised, because it isn't fair to call someone who let's say they call even if they call themselves Muslims, if they've committed an act that is completely against the religion, how can you then support that for that? That's like me saying, straight man Kieran had sex with gay man. Well, he's not straight then, is he?
Yeah, exactly.
So why you you know what I mean? It doesn't make sense.
It doesn't.
It's wrong. People are getting culture and race confused.
Yeah.
It's like there shouldn't be that connection there. Like technically we're a British country, Christian country technically, but I'm not default by Christian, am I? It's
you don't follow the Christian religion, even
and then
you are baptized.
And then even if I did, if I do something that's against it, why should my label be then attached to it? That's not fair. It's not right.
No, it isn't right, but there's a lot of racists in this country. And the thing is, there's a lot of mentally ill sickos that commit the crimes, and that's what they are, mentally ill sickos. It doesn't matter where they're from or what religion they follow. They're fucked in the head. Draw a line under it, that is what they are. You don't need to point a finger and, the riots, they were shocking. Like, my
have you got some content on it and all?
Yeah, so, like I was saying, Tommy Robinson, him, other TikTok influencers and social media influencers, Nigel Farage, they've all pointed the finger and made out that this is a Muslim.
Assumed it already.
Yeah, and then there were riots at Southport outside a mosque. They were that stupid, the rioters. There's a video where one of them throws a brick at the police. Oh yeah, because they were setting the police vans on fire. It was, I don't know if you've seen the footage, but mate, I actually haven't. Well, one threw a brick at the police. He missed the police and hit one of his own racist mates in the deck, and he's like walking off like fuck.
Well, what the comments said on the original article then?
So the original article, when this is the BBC Merseyside.
Yeah.
And when they first put a link on Facebook with the article, someone put, "We all know he's done it. Just keep letting them in."
Let me read the next comment. We'll read it like a conversation. A Cardiff-born 17-year-old, apparently.
What is his name? What religion is he following? We all know what's done it.
Do what I do. Watch the news.
It's being leaked he's a Muslim, brainwashed religion, killing kids.
I am a Catholic. Do you think I am in the IRA?
A book that talks about raping women if they don't believe in jihad.
Because nobody is scared of the police anymore, thanks to society and snowflakes. Cops get their boot in, criminals think twice.
Yeah, that was another commenter jumping in. I don't even know what he's on about.
Yeah, and then loads
of
them keep focusing on race, so still no statement on what ethnicity.
Yeah, this is what I mean. It's so fucked. Why does it matter? It's a horrendous crime. It doesn't matter.
Yeah. Where
they're from or what religion they follow.
Someone says, and that tool Starmer is getting them all in. What? All the Starmers.
Mate, Starmer, what? What? How many? Not even 3 weeks in power yet?
Yeah, someone's
or
commented.
Just about 3 weeks in power, sorry.
Yeah, someone else commented saying, what has this country become? We are fast becoming a lawless state. Kids, adults of certain age are fearless to those so-called law/police. And it's not the law/police fault. Too many do-gooders. We can't do this, can't treat them like that. If they want to behave like feral thugs, then treat them that way. Fed up with what this country has become, the cesspit for all to what they do, what they want. And how do you answer that comment, that reply?
I don't know.
Can you even click it?
Has it been deleted? Oh, there you go.
When things like this happen, whether it's terrorists or nutters, hopefully they can be caught and an even tendon in their legs, arms, hands, legs. What? What's she on about? Tendon?
Tendons.
Okay, should be severed, so as they become physically useless or bring back and then she's put space, ing, too many nutters of solicitors who will defend them for money or try to defend them for pathetic reasons, mental problems, bad parenting, they were abused, etc., etc. You commit the crime, the punishment should fit, not make the taxpayer pay to look after them. Too many namby-pamby snowflakes looking after criminals. Well, that wasn't racist, that was just a sort of at the justice system, I suppose.
They can't really keep really racist things on because they can get sued. BBC themselves can get sued for somebody else's comment on there.
But it's interesting, the assumption, but if you look at
looks like now.
Yeah.
Limited who can comment.
Okay, so this is the newest article.
Limited, you can't comment on this now. No, these are the old ones.
Oh, God, okay.
That's what I'm saying. Just to speculate, you keep your opinions to yourself, don't you?
You don't know.
Exactly.
Exactly. If you don't know all the options, you shouldn't be saying.
What you don't do is go rioting outside a mosque in Southport. All these grieving families, the street of people, neighbours, friends, school kids, all grieving that the friends are either in hospital or they're dead. And then you've got these dickheads turning up outside their houses, smashing the front garden walls down.
That's not justice.
Have you seen the streets? Like, they've literally ripped people's garden walls down and stuff. They set fire to people's cars. It's mental.
So what did the newest article come out with? Because you said before this that they had a description or something in the actual race.
Yeah. So just before we started the podcast, I had a little look online, and a couple of hours ago, the BBC released an article headline: "Did social media fan the flames of riot in Southport?" And I know this might sound a little bit boring because I'm reading from a tablet, but I'm going to read it because it's quite interesting and everyone may as well.
Is this related with the description of the...
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, they wrote, "It's become a familiar pattern of events. A violent, terrifying attack unfolds. Innocent people are killed and social media is set alight with unfounded and often incorrect accusations about the assailant's identity and what the motivation was. Think back to the stabbing attacks in Sydney earlier this year that were falsely blamed on a Jewish student, or even the assassination attempt on Donald Trump in July." Because everyone was saying that was the Muslims and the Asians, and it wasn't, was it?
No, it was a white loser that was recruited from BlackRock, allegedly.
Yeah. So, it's the same with Monday's attack on a children's holiday dance and yoga session in Southport. A false name attributed to the 17-year-old accused of killing 3 little girls as well as injuring 8 other children and 2 adults, there you go, spread like wildfire across X, formerly known as Twitter. The BBC is not repeating the false name here to avoid spreading misinformation. Media organisations cannot give the suspect's real name for legal reasons, but Merseyside police have said the name shared on social media is incorrect.
Yeah.
Nevertheless, posts on X sharing the fake name were actively promoted to users and racked up millions of views. Just as with the Sydney attacks and the attempted shooting of Mr. Trump, X was the focal point of untrue claims before they spilled onto other sites. It wasn't just this fake name either. There were false claims the attacker was a refugee who arrived in the UK by boat in 2023 and unfounded speculation he is Muslim. Some of these posts were accompanied by Islamophobic and racist hate. Merseyside police have confirmed that the 17-year-old they have arrested was born in Cardiff to Rwandan parents, that he appears to have no known links to Islam, and that they are not currently investigating this as a terror attack or terror-related. This all contradicts lots of these claims, but it didn't stop them poisoning an already toxic online atmosphere. So did the false and unfounded social media post fan the flames of unrest in Southport? And I'll leave it there. It does continue, but yeah. Yeah,
so that had nothing to do with the supposed religion whatsoever. No. And it's second generation immigrants, so it has nothing to do with
the irony that this person is from a Rwandan background, and that's why they want to send everyone.
But the ironic thing is, I swear, if you Google this now, tell me if I'm right, isn't Rwandan's top religion Christianity as well? I may be incorrect, but I think I'm right.
I'll tell you now, mate. I'll tell you now. What's their main religion in
What does it say?
Roman Catholic.
Catholic?
65% Roman Catholic. Another 9%
Get the Catholics out of this bloody country. Get back to this Protestant proper land. Puritans.
Only 1% of the population is Muslim, and about a fourth of Rwandans are adherents of indigenous beliefs.
So there you go then. So what? So
1% of the country.
So we're not going to say whose state is, but who was on about saying Sharia law or something that.
Yeah, so I got dead pissed off.
When you saw, don't say the name.
I'm not going to say names.
Yeah.
But someone I think a lot of.
Yeah. No more teasers, go.
UK news. This is not news, by the way, guys.
But kind of.
Apparently, to this person, it is.
Yeah.
UK news. Southport stabbing latest. Chaotic scenes as police clash with far-right protesters outside mosque. So they can kill and maim our kids, blow up the Manchester Arena, murder Soldier Lee Rigby, countless stabbings in London, list is endless, say or do anything about it and you're a far-right protester, good luck getting any justice. We used to have Christian values, now we've got Sharia law.
And even though those cases he was listing are loosely connected to what he's on about, the actual prompt for that status was because of what happened recently. So it's got nothing to do with anything. Like, why post that now?
I don't know, mate. I don't know, but there were so many people on Facebook saying,
God,
you shouldn't have let him in.
Yeah.
This country's gone to the dogs, all this, and I'm just like, you lot are the fucking dogs, you fucking Great British Bulldogs that need fucking
what's the
spread
benefits? They're taking our benefits.
Taking our jobs, that's why I'm on benefits, taking our jobs. Can't work anymore, I've got to be on benefits.
It's like no.
No, they're wrong. They're wrong.
But it's weird though how comments or assumptions can twist
drive something.
Drive something because of that whole riot what you were explaining happening outside the mosque. All derived from one assumption from an article, all fueling each other in the comments and then going into something else. It's crazy how comments can sort of influence or interfere with a discussion or a narrative. Haven't you experienced that before with your work, for example?
Spoons in Stoke.
Yeah.
I've never been in there in my life. So it had renovations.
Yeah.
So I had to be there to speak to people for when it opened. Now Spoons opens at 7 a.m.
Does it? Who's going in at Spoons at 7?
Oh, people do.
What, for drinks though? You can drink at 7 a.m. Can you?
Yeah, and they waiting for a train, or it was a Saturday. Oh, we're going on a stag do, waiting for a train, or we're going to the races, waiting for a train. All waiting for trains, really.
Okay.
That were there in there, really. And then you've got the regulars, actually. So there was a few regulars. But anyway, as I'm heading to this queue to go in Spoons, I say queue, there's 4 people in it.
Yeah.
Somebody wolf whistled me.
Oh, that's yeah.
So my editor, and he did ask me first, said, can I headline this story you've written? Because it wasn't, the story was about the punters that were in this renovated Spoons at 7 in the morning queuing to get in.
Okay.
That was the story, because that's what Stoke audience is like. Just a bit of fun, right? This article's just a bit of fun, just a bit of content, you know.
Yeah.
Light-hearted. It's mainly photo heavy as well, so it's like all the blokes dressed up on the stag do's. It's fun.
Yeah.
Anyway, so my editor puts a headline, something along the lines of, nice, I got wolf whistled whilst in a Spoons queue at 7 a.m. or something like that. Well, the comments were like, oh, you got Barry with no wife, no life, 2 teeth going, oh, I wouldn't sleep with her. Oh, she isn't my type. Things like that, and I'm thinking, thank fucking God I can cross you off my potential list of fucking sexual predators, because I wouldn't even want to look at you,
Yeah.
let alone sleep with you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like a man with teeth for a start, and a job.
Yeah, okay.
But anyway, I'm taking that. So
Yeah.
but so and other people commenting like, oh, what you moaning for being wolf whistled at? I'd love to be wolf whistled, been years for me. And all this, I'm just thinking, why are people so fucking serious? Why can't you just have a laugh? It's clearly an upbeat article that's, yes, that is the headline, but it's actually heavily written about the punters and what they were doing in there and what they think of the renovation, although most of them said, can't even tell, they haven't done anything. What needed doing hasn't been done, they put a new bar in and you can't even tell. That was like the general response. So that's why, again, I wrote it heavily weighed on the punters and what they were up to and why they were in spoons at 7am. It was just a bit of fun. I mean,
but it seems like people were commenting just from the headline alone.
Yeah, they were. A lot of people don't read the full story. They just, like when I did a first person review again about, it was something like you can get a train to London quicker than you can get a bus from Hanley to Leek. Because of all the road works and being on a bus and the route it goes, it took me like nearly 2 hours to get to Leek from Hanley.
Yeah.
And you can get a train, Virgin train from Stoke Station to London.
Well, it goes Stoke, Stafford, and then Stafford to London.
But it was about the same amount of time to get to London on the train from Stoke Station as it was for me to travel from Hanley to Leek on a bus, but it was a lot of roadworks, and again, it's all explained. But people were just moaning the bag off, and some had some, useful things to say, like some were saying there should be a train from Hanley to Leek, or trains to Leek even from Stoke Station. And they should, really, because it'd be used, because if these buses are used, there's about 3 high schools that will use this bus that could use a train if the option was available, but it isn't. So you've got comments like that fair play, you're right, you're raising a point there, and it's good. That's the sort of comments you want on your article, not people just slagging things off left, right and centre. Oh, I wouldn't get a bus, creeps get on the bus. Oh, glad you've got time in your hands, get on a bus for 2 hours when you're supposed to be working. And I feel like, obviously I can't say anything back, but I feel like saying, that's fucking you. On benefits at home, keyboard warrior. And I should do more work.
Yeah.
Honestly.
Well, have you checked out the people's profiles just to make sure?
So the ones that comment on every single post virtually,
Oh, that's the thing.
You get used to the names, and I don't even read all the comments. It's just the ones that crop
You say
up
you shouldn't read your comments, but I guess that's where you are in your career, I suppose. If you were like really high up, would you want to be looking at all your comments? But I guess in working
I think it depends. I don't think it's about what position you're in. I think it's about how mentally stable you are, because
just in general,
because it can fuck some people up. Like my mum said, some of the comments people have written on my stuff, like she'd quit the job, she couldn't hack it. A lot of my friends have said they quit the job, they couldn't deal with the amount of bullshit that I get. But I'm just like, who the fuck cares? I enjoy my job, I meet some great people. So a lot of the stories are people moaning.
I've got right moans. So there's one that I found for Daddy Insurance. So what it shows is it's the no sick pay and private sick pay. Right? And it's just trying to put like insurance on it so you get more. That's a picture of me. So you just get more money on your time off or something. And one person's commented on it. And you join in as the other person, right? So it goes on as like, Someone's just said, or just put the money in savings, a lot easier.
£2.50 per week, but they pay you your normal salary for time where you're sick. I don't think that I can live with £2.50 per week.
Mr. Moneybags over here.
Shit advice.
You're definitely one of those, if you stop paying for Netflix, you can save up for a deposit on a house kind of guy.
Shit advice, mate. Think you need to go to an advisor yourself and have some life lessons, mate.
Worst advice in history. Like, people just go in. And then I found another one, and it was about, it's this guy called Alex Hormozian. He just does loads of steroids and Adderall and just does business ventures.
Yeah.
And there's this one that he's done about like a strategy to get your business going. And one person got a bit jealous, and he was a bit sarcastic, and he was like, "Dang, must be good if Justin Waller is in on it." Someone else says,
"Please get better role models."
And he says, "Who said anything about role models? Red pill stuff is stupid. I just know who he is. Way to make an assumption."
What have you heard Waller say that makes him a bad role model?
And someone else says, this guy is just a dork."
What, like you? No thanks.
And then someone else comments from unrelated saying, "America doesn't need more businessmen. We need more respect and powerful working men. Join a union." It's like, right, okay. And then the Olympics. So I've been watching a bit of the Olympics, and it looks really good this year, to be fair. But there was that thing. So before I go into that, there was something that happened recently with the introduction of it. Okay. People were moaning about the parody of it. It was like taking the mick out of the Last Supper or something. Have you seen it? You haven't seen it? When he's dressed in blue, and then they all eat like a bit of Jesus or.
Oh, I thought it was a TV show or something. Yeah, I know what the Last Supper is. Of course I do.
Yeah, but it was the.
When you said they were taking the piss out of the Last Supper, the Last Supper, I was thinking. I've heard of Fawlty Towers. I've heard of Only Fools and Horses.
15 stories tall.
Yeah, but I've not heard of the Last Supper.
But have you seen the video of the Olympics?
No, I thought you meant the Last Supper.
No.
I was about to say, cameras weren't invented when Jesus was alive.
It's just really camp. That's all it is. But it goes a bit over the.
What? You know about the opening ceremony with
Yeah.
the shit fireworks?
No, I'll show you Olympics Last Supper. Right, where is it now? Mocks Christianity, then this happens or some shit.
Would you say this is one of the best comment sections you've ever seen on this, or?
No, it's just wild. I'm just getting into the wild comments. So this is just stuff I've done recently. So usually I go onto it, onto like different comments to see what people just think about stuff. And then this was the Last Supper thing. So it's just really gay, that's all it is. Oh my God. It's just really gay. It's just a really gay Last Supper. And then they all eat off blue Jesus. But apparently it's related to some other cultural reference or some stuff.
Is it Hinduism?
But what I thought was, like, each to their own, doesn't matter at the end of the day, but if it was taking the mick out of any other religion, it would kick off and be deemed as racist or xenophobic or Islamophobic or something, but because it was a Christian sort of setting, you can kind of get away with it. Now, at the end of the day, I think all jokes should fly, but it is the Olympics, man, like, come on. But I may be wrong about the association, but that's what it seemed like it was. It was laid out exactly the same. They just had a weird blue Jesus. Don't know if that's related to any other religion, but either way, it's just weird.
Yeah.
And but then what I found most funny about it is it's the Olympics. It's the strongest, fittest people. If you want to put your own flip on it or twist, that's fair enough. But it was just full of it had like trans people on. Majority of trans people aren't allowed in the Olympics unless you have unless you've transitioned before you've gone through puberty. That's the clause that you're allowed to go in to be in a trans thing, which then makes sense because you don't have any advancements on puberty, which is what other people would have. So if you've gone through all that, and then you become Olympic, like you could go be someone 200th place in cycling, but now because you've got that advancement of being a male for all those years and then go to the transition period, then you'd probably be number one. So that's unfair, you know what I mean? But if you've already gone through transition as a kid, then you haven't got those advantages other people have. So it was just weird seeing like transvestites or trans whatever you want to people call it in the Olympics. It's like, well, that's a bit contradictory of the rules that you got. I don't know. I know you're having fun, but it just seems a bit weird. And then right in the centre, right. So give me one description. What you describe an athlete? What would you say they are?
Hench, muscular.
Hench, muscular, fit, healthy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Look at the woman right in the centre.
She's a Statue of Liberty.
She looks like an opera singer that's lost half a dress.
Yeah. Oh God.
She didn't even say anything. So I don't know why she was in it. It just seemed like they were making like a massive culture cry. And it was like each to their own, you know what I mean, at the end of the day. But it was just the wrong setting for me personally. Looking at the Olympics and seeing that, it almost looked like a mockery. Now let's say you put that in a different setting, you know, like entertainment or expression about a topic or whatever, then that's fair enough. That's, you know, I mean, it's whatever. But to put it in the Olympics and have it compared with the best athletes in the world, it just seems so wrong. It seems out of context. It just seems dead weird. It just seems unusual. It's like having it's like having the spokespeople being like a really fat, overweight person that's had nothing to do with the sport doing the commentary. It just seems so jarring. Like, fair enough if they had their own thing and they were doing whatever, but to have it completely connected with the Olympics, it just seemed a bit unusual to me. It just didn't seem relevant. It just seemed like it was taking the mick. Yeah. But I did see but I did see some of the other Olympic part of the ceremony, and the white horse with I think it was a woman with the knight stuff on, and now they had the wings positioned behind her, and she was walking through on a horse. Like, that was amazing. Now they had the camera peering, and it looked like the wings were right behind. Like, that was amazing. That was beautiful. But that part of the whole thing just seems so odd and just random and weird. It seemed like it should have belonged on, what was the thing? The Euros? Eurovision, is it?
What, song contest?
Yeah, it seemed like more fitting for the Eurovision Song Contest, which would have been funny and like, oh yeah, rather than the Olympics. But that's all I've got to say on it. But then, because of that whole incident happening, now people are going on, like, when the Olympics like post a comment about swimming or anything, then people will keep going heavy in on it and very conspiratorial, and it's just like they're just being edgy. They're just having their own cultural spin on the Olympics this year. That's all it was. It's not as deep as I'm analysing it in a sense, but it's just, you know what I mean. And then this one person had, and this isn't just the only thing. I've taken two that have done this, and it's the most relevant comment. This one person said, and they went on a rant. They said, "You can post all you want. We know you performed a ritual at the opening using the audience as fuel to break one of the seals." Don't know what the seals is. "You can apologise for offence, but you can't undo a ritual. You can't undo what you did, and the people of the world have noticed your actions. The mockery of Jesus was one thing sure, but that was only part of it, Olympics. You will not succeed in breaking the seals, and you will not succeed in getting away with it. Your fake, watered down, satanic energy drain rituals have been noticed across multiple celebrity shows, and we're done with you. That's without mentioning the woke abomination used to mock Jesus. Are you sure about sport? Because it done seem that way." I'm like, fucking hell, they're only commenting on the Olympic swimming. It says, looking back at some Olympic swimming legends. And then he's gone into that. And then, do you want to read the next one, the reply to it?
"You laugh as only a fool would. I understand you believe in no religion, so why are you allowing one to be funded and use your energy without complaint? I myself am not religious. I have, however, studied them intensively right back to their origin point, so unlike you, my friend, I actually understand what I saw and what they're trying to do. Can your mockery identify anything or give you knowledge on a subject? Because what I said has small bits of knowledge in it, allowing people to search and learn from the key points. It appears, however, you either have nothing knowledge-wise to share, or you're too arrogant for conversation. So genuine question, which one is it?
And the next one, and then next comment says, God alone will rebook fans.
I feel so sorry about all these elite athletes who spent most of their lives preparing for these games only to participate in the worst Olympics ever. # boycott Olympics.
It's like, Jesus Christ, calm down, guys. I know the I know the introduction was a bit jarring, but it is what it is. It doesn't matter. It's not.
It's just a show.
It's just a show.
It
literally is just a cultural show. That's all it was.
There'll be another one in the end.
Yeah.
Just how it goes.
It doesn't matter. It's not even that deep. It's just weird, and that's it. Move on. Who cares? They're not trying to summon the devil. I don't know what the fuck all that shit's about.
Too much monkey.
Yeah. And then this one, have you seen the mascot for the Olympics? It's like a weird Santa hat. So then it's just showing this thing, and then someone commented on it saying, I pray your organisation does some soul searching. The Antichrist spirit would like to take us all to hell, but God has made a way through his Son Jesus to redeem us back to the Father. His merciful heart still beckons to all who will listen. None of us are worthy of his grace and love, yet he pours it out in all who will simply repent and put their trust in Jesus. Give me the next one.
What? It's something in another language. Imbative.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then someone says, I want to know what that logo stands for. What were they inspired by and why? Although I have a slight perception, I want someone to explain it to me. And then someone says, India 2024. And then that's it. So, like, it's weird though. What, like, the point I'm trying to make with like all these comments is it sort of like shifts the narrative and people make their own assumptions, and it sort of leads the main topic of discussion rather than it actually being a side thing. Because just as the what's it called has happened with the stabbing from the riot and that, from being fueled from all these comments and all that sort of thing, they've almost made a community. And now that's sort of the running narrative till proven wrong. Now that's sort of same way that the Olympic sort of thing's going. One person saw one thing, made a load of comments, and now everyone's jumping on it and sort of riding with it, and it's just mad. It just sort of all goes out of context and out of control. But maybe that's the thing. At the end of the day, just take it with a pinch of salt. And if it's you, either don't read the comments or don't absorb it.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I thought I'd wrap it up with one of my favourite videos and comment section.
Okay, well, what video did you find?
So I've used the K-Tranda Boiler Room set.
Oh.
Which is now 10 years old.
No, okay.
Yeah, somehow.
No way.
And they just have some really great comments, really. So, someone put, every time I watch this video, I discover a new storyline, which is so true. Because if you ever watch the set...
Yeah, I've watched the Boiler Room set. There's many of them.
No, this specific Boiler Room. Watch it when you get home later. Watch the people wired off the twat. They're doing sort of weird things in the background. They just come and disappear, and it's like, where have they gone now? And someone else will move into the space and they'll be dead weird as well. And honestly, just the characters, and it's like, some of them know they're on camera, but half of them have forgotten, and there's this one woman, and she's like, looks like she's having an out-of-body experience, but loving life at the same time, and she's absolutely hilarious. It's so good. It's one of the best sets ever. And someone, where's the comment that was at the top earlier? For some reason, it's suddenly not. Maybe
you have to click relevant, yeah.
No, it's not under newest or on top, but it was earlier. Maybe it's because I was looking for comments earlier and it's removed that now. Like, not removed the comment, but from my top comments. But it said, this is the reason why clubs are dark. And people were just either laughing at the comment and saying true, that sort of thing. And some people were like, you are so judgmental. It's people like you that make me feel uncomfortable to do clubbing and things like that. And it's just brilliant. Like, you could probably click on any of these because look how many likes. A lot of them got 7.6k, 2k. That's
Yeah, but what did
6
they
months.
say? So what did some of them say?
I've never seen a party with so much diversity. From nerds to football players, from weirdos like me to models, and everyone is happy and in tune.
So true, it's got environment.
And Kay Tranda recently tweeted, this is someone's comment 3 years ago, it's not, he literally tweeted by the way. This is the time of year where the boiler room set goes viral again, and here we are finding it in my recommended. We are exactly 4 days from the 10-year anniversary of this iconic YouTube video and boiler room. Imagine Kay Tranda came out of the blue with another boiler room with the exact same people on the day of the 10th anniversary. We can dream. And someone has put key moments, chapters for other people so they can look at the characters. Guy on the right gets rejected. He thinks the girl came for him, yet the girl came for Kay. Gets another chance with some other girl. He tries to use Keith Tranda's mic with no success. Gets rejected again. Gets bullied. Probably asks for something and gets ignored. Poor guy.
And they've actually timestamped it as well.
Yeah. It's honestly, it's so good. Like the comments are ridiculous, but look how many there is. 19,000 comments. It's a lot of comments, isn't it? That.
Yeah, so that's rich
22 million views.
That's rich full of history. That is.
Yeah. For some reason, I haven't even liked it, so there you go, Keith Chandra. Have a like off me. To be fair, we'll probably end up putting it round here on next Wednesday or something when everyone's getting ready for Boomtown.
Boomtown.
We cannot wait. So yeah, I've pretty much said everything I wanted to say about the comments section. What about you?
That's it. Just riled up my point before we went into some nice
boiler room.
Yeah. So not all comments are bad. It's not all comments are good. No. Some are crazy and some are just meh.
Yeah.
Bye.
Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and give us a 5-star review on Spotify. Super play.
Bye.